This is a quick video as to why I bought into Bulletin Resources Ltd this week, or stock ticker BNR. So this isn't a recommendation to buy or sell, it's just an educational video into the decision-making process behind why I bought this stock. Now, just real quick, this is a 13 million market cap company at 7.5 cents a share, and they have 180 million shares on issue. The top two shareholders are Matza Resources at 27% and 22% held by Goldfire Enterprises. So that's 49% held by top two shareholders. So we have about 90 million shares left on issue, which really isn't a lot. Now, this is a gold spec story, and this is the story that I bought into, right? We've got a 13 million market cap company next to a monster deposit. And this is it here. We've got the Apollo tenement here on the left. The stock ticker is AOP. They're a 100 million market cap company. And then we have Bulletin here on the right hand side with a joint venture with Matza Resources. So thanks to Glenn Goulds on Twitter for this map. I really appreciate it. And he does mention it's 44% owned by MAT, but having looked through the documentation, I believe it's actually 20%. So we'll go through that a little bit later. So here's a little bit of a different view of the project here, owned by AOP. We've got the Clio project, the Rebecca, Laura Lode, Duchess, and Duke projects. And this is just the tectonic view. And let's move on. We'll see here that this is right on the border of BNR's tenement, right? So we've got AOP on the left, and on the right side of this blue line is BNR. Now we have 775,000 ounces of indicated and inferred gold, and you can see the strikes here on the right-hand side, which are very nice mid to high grade strikes. Anything above 10 grams a ton is high grade strikes. And guys, if you don't know anything about gold in terms of the value of the grading or how to read drill results, I do have a video on that. I think it's tip video number 9 on drill results and how to interpret drill results. So do give that a look if you don't understand these results. Now, what's really interesting here is that this is right on the border of BNR, which is a 13 million market cap company next to this deposit here. Now, of course, AOP is 100 million market cap. So that whole 100 million market cap isn't directly related to just this project here on the Rebecca Gold deposit. So to give you an idea of the value of just this project here, Alt Resources, or the stock ticker ARS, they got taken over at 5 cents, and that gave them a market cap of $30 million roughly. Now these guys had 520,000 ounces of gold, and they had 10 million tons, 10.6 million tons at 1.54 grams per ton. So very similar to these grades here, the Duchess Gold deposit and the Duke Gold deposit. Very similar strikes, both intercepts and in terms of grades. Now that was the Bottle Creek and Mount Ida projects. I believe they had 2 very minor projects aside from that. So what we have here on the Rebecca Gold deposit is 50% more gold, and the tonnage is the grades are far higher, meaning it's more economical to mine. And keep in mind, the $30 million takeover was back when gold was about $1,600 US an ounce. We're now sitting at $1,950 plus an ounce. So we've got better tonnage, we've got better grades, and we've got a higher gold price. So all that in mind, we'd be looking at least 30 million market cap, plus 50% at the absolute bare minimum. So that gives it about 45 million market cap at the absolute bottom end, just for the Rebecca Gold deposit. And this is clearly worth far more than $45 million, right? I would estimate somewhere in the 60 million market cap range just for this deposit here. That's my estimate, right? Plus we've got the other projects, and of course that values Apollo at a total of about 100 million market cap. So we can have a look at AOP's share price real quick. I haven't actually looked at it. I just know the value of the business itself. Excuse me. So we're sitting at a nice 100 million market cap there for Apollo Consolidated Limited. So let's have a look a little bit further. We got here just a different view of the tenement here. It's unfortunate the coloring here, but this is the green line where we can see the tenement map. And what we have here is the AOP Rebecca project bordering BNR. And look, I'm not going to pretend to understand the fault intersections. I'm not a geologist. I know a lot about, I guess, a little bit about a lot of things. So what I've done is I've started reading on structural geometry for gold deposits and for faults and folding in gold mineralization areas. And it's really quite interesting. I do recommend you guys read it. It is a little bit technical on the geology side of things, but it gives you some nice visual demonstrations to what to expect when there's a gold fold, a fold belt, and how gold mineralization relates to that. So do give it a read, educate yourself a little bit. It's definitely worth going through. Now, the board consists of a geologist with about 30 to 40 years experience, so I'm assuming the guy knows what he's doing and what to look for. So this is exactly the story that I've been leading up to. This is the story that I've bought into, and that's this bit here, that we've obviously got that 775,000 ounces right next door, and we're looking for a continuation along this greenstone belt, and we're looking for similar grades and strikes, and if that occurs, if we get anything even remotely close to 775,000 ounces with that grading, then we'd be looking at a potential 45 to 60 million market cap. And remember, 45 is at the bottom end, and that's if it hits 775,000 ounces. Now, that's the story that I've bought into, right? We've got a $13 million company here at BNR. Even though they own 80% of the project, it's still 80% of 60 million. Fine, that's still a lot of money. So I'm looking at a multi-bag of potential here, and I'm looking to get in early before it pumps up to the upside a little bit closer towards drilling. And you can see here in BNR, they've already got some drill results here, and we've got something really promising. We've got a nice long strike of 9 meters at 1.4 grams, which, even though that's low grade, like I mentioned before with ARS, they got very similar grades. It's still very good as long as the intercepts are large. And then we've got a nice chunky strike of 1 meter at 19.3 grams a ton. Now that intercept is very thin, obviously 1 meter. It's not that great. But the potential here is the drill targets that we have along this piece of geology here. Now, that's pretty much it, guys. That's the story that I bought into. And here's just another visual graph of the drills and what to expect. So, yeah, that's pretty much the story, guys. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a repeat of AOP's drill results. So, guys, look into it, do your own research, and let me know what you think.